Hi guys, it's Lars. I'm back with more Exodus work, and I want to say thank you to a load of guys on the Facebook group for Exodus, the Facebook group for Unity game development, and the Unity in the game development Slack page. They were really awesome. I got loads of really useful feedback on the whole clicking problem, and this is my solution to it. So basically, I'll show you what it does, and then we'll have a look at how it works. So if I press play, what you'll see is we've got my game manager. It's got the background music script. It'll add a pair of audio sources. If I scroll down, you can see you can hear the music playing. And if you look at the volume controls, you'll see we've got two audio sources. One's currently playing, one's empty. And then we'll see this load, volume up, crossfade between the two while it volume down on this one, and then we'll see the same again, so it'll crossfade nicely between the two. Now the crossfade I'm leaving here is 5 seconds, which is probably a bit too long maybe for the music. Might work actually if I want to crossfade in the battle music, then maybe that's yeah, no clicking. Really, really brilliant advice. So what that came down to is let me just turn the music off for a moment. So what that came down to is as the waveform is going up and down, as you can imagine, like sort of 0 in the middle, it will hit, you turn it off, right? And it might be really high, which causes it to want to drop to 0 really suddenly, which then freaks out the electronics. I think is what's happening is it's freaking out the electronics in the sound card, which makes it go and pop, right? So by gently crossfading between the two without suddenly turning off the music, that seems to work. And I think I've got the same problem with my instantaneous sound effects in that I've made my own sort of looping sound effects and explosion sound effects, and I think because at the end of that sound effect it's not at 0, it's then suddenly dropping off and causing the pop at the end of it, and the pop between loops of the sound bit. Okay, so we're in Visual Studio. Let me just move my recording window over a little bit. So as you can see, we've got a couple of different coroutines here, and we've got our start thing. So when we start, we're creating two audio sources and adding the components to our game object. We are then setting the volume of one of those to our music volume, which is just a public float, so we can change the music volume elsewhere. And then we are setting the other one to 0. And then if the number of tracks we've got loaded into this audio clip array is greater than 0, we are playing the music. And over here you can see that we've got tracks size equals 5. There's our music. Okay, so starting off, we've got this play music, and what that does is it picks a random number that's not the same as the previous track. So int I equals the current track we're playing. While I is equal to the current track, we're going to keep randomly changing I until it's not the same. So this just guarantees that here, current track and I cannot be equal, and then we're setting current track equal to I. So that's our index, which you'll see we've got up here to set what the current track is. We're then starting this switch track coroutine, and what that is doing is it's taking us to switch track. So I've got some debug in here, which I can obviously remove now because it works. This is a little bit, I'd like to clean this up, but for the sake of making it work, it works. What we're doing is we're using the volume is equal to 0 to work out whether we want to play track A, audio player A or audio player B, right? And then we're deciding which one we want to do. So we're if play A, we're switching to music source A. So we set the track that we've passed in here, and then we call this crossfade coroutine. And what this does is it goes from this one to this one over that many seconds. And then we're doing the opposite here. So that flip-flops between playing tracks. And then this crossfade basically works out how how many steps we we want to do 20 steps between full volume and minimum volume, which seems to work okay. We're then taking the number of seconds that we've passed in, dividing it by 20 to work out the time for each step. We're then taking the music volume, which might not be 1. Originally I just had this by like 1/20, because we want to be able to set the volume by the player maybe wants to set the music volume. We want to do that, so that's basically how much we're going to increment or decrement the volume by. And then we've got a basic for loop. You know, to do this 20 times, we're going to reduce the volume of A by volume interval, we're going to increase the volume of B by volume interval, then we're going to pause for step interval, and we're going to keep going. And then at the end of that, it debugs to say done. It stops A playing because we don't need it playing anymore. Oh, and it starts B playing before it starts crossfading. So yeah, I hope that's that was a pretty good explanation. But it's basically you just need to crossfade between audio players, and this is basically how to do it inside a coroutine. Awesome. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm really happy with that. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for all the feedback. That was really useful. This has been one of these little annoying bugs. It seems kind of cosmetic, but it's always there, and it's really irritating. And it's fixed. And awesome, guys. Rock on. See you next time. Thanks for watching.